We actually started way back in 2014 when we were actually starting up with ideas. And then when it came down to the logistics startup, we flew down to San Francisco and the investor told us that, Fahim, like, you guys are in Canada, I'm in San Francisco, your problem is in Asia, you guys should actually go to Asia where the problem is, and I will follow you if I think the business is worth it, right? And that's when we flew to Singapore, and then we eventually landed in Bangladesh.
Chris.
Chris and I, we've been business partners for almost 11 years now. This is our third startup together. Two of them are venture-backed. Both of them were in logistics or in Bangladesh. So prior to this, we built a venture-backed logistics company, which was a trucking logistics startup. It was one of our customers. He suggested that, Fahim, you guys have great tech. Basically, as a team, you understand supply chain. Why don't you guys lay low and build backend systems so that my customers can eventually use you guys?
This is the location. It's basically a high school that went down under and converted this into a little micro fulfillment center.
Basically, the reason why I even started the fulfillment business was because our customers wanted more value-added services with picking and packing and warehousing. And we were like, since the whole thing is automated, it made sense for us. And obviously, before jumping into any kind of business, we had to make sure that we analyze the market a little bit. It's, $8 billion worth of, transactions happening every year. There is a real lack for a centralized fulfillment warehousing services in Bangladesh. And, someone who's doing it in one platform, we were the only ones.
Right now, I am meeting someone who wants to potentially work with me on the mail processing center. Basically, it's an opportunity for the Dhaka post office to actually work with e-commerce brands on deliveries and fulfillment, which is a pretty big opportunity and a pretty big chance for the public infrastructure to be used for e-commerce.
We're heading to Puran Dhaka right now. I got one e-commerce brand who wants to get into men's cologne. And apparently there's a place you can also make cologne, international style colognes. And I found out that there's a spot in Puran Dhaka that does that. So I'll probably go there as well and meet those guys.
They're manufactured. একটু স্পিডে চার্জ দেন ওয়ালটা চক এক নম্বর ওকে ব্লগ ফিল্ম করতেছিলাম
Man, the Tihari hits hard, dude. In Bangladesh, it's just so difficult to be in shape because the food is just so good and there's so much food. And the Tihari is just so good, the biryani is just so good. And it's all rice that just gets into your system and it just stays there. It doesn't get out.
এবং আমরা কিন্তু গাড়ির নাম্বারগুলো কিন্তু অলওয়েজ জানি না। সো গাড়ির নাম্বারগুলো যখন অ্যালোকেট হয় দেন হচ্ছে আমরা জানি। দ্যাটস আমরা একটা ভেন্ডরদেরকেও আমরা একটা পোর্টাল দিতে যাচ্ছি যেন অ্যাটলিস্ট আমরা জানতে পারি কোন গাড়ি কোন ড্রাইভার অ্যাসাইন হচ্ছে।
This is crazy. Some of these electric rickshaws are faster than the cars on the road.
গ্রুবারের সিন হলো যে সকালবেলা তো ফ্যামিলির সাথে টাইম দিতে হবে, gotta spend time with family, নামাজ এবং নামাজের পরে যাব ওয়্যারহাউসে এবং আমাদের ক্লায়েন্টদের সাথে আড্ডা দিতে, because majority of the clients today is the only day that they have some time that is free to talk about anything other than work. They'll relax and they'll talk about things that they normally don't have to do. They're basically not on a tight timeline, right? That's a Friday culture.
Which is why I keep telling you, you have to think about your high selling product.
এখন ভিডিওর লেভেলটা আমি আরো ভিডিও লেভেলটা একটু স্কেল আপ করব কারণ আমরা যদি ইমপ্রুভ না করি তাহলে লাভটা কি আমরা ওই কিভাবে আপনার ওয়্যারহাউস সাজানো যায়
I wish there was a place to run here in Dhaka. One major disadvantage for people who have lived abroad and come to Dhaka and they're working and it's just every morning, maybe for 15-20 minutes, you want to go for a walk or a run. It's just not walkable.
Rickshaw rides through side streets. It's like you have to get used to these potholes. I think they can cure back pain. Basically, I've been living like such a nomad for the past 7 years, like away from family, going from city to city, going from airport to airport, trying to close the next round or pitching at some other city. And honestly, one thing that we have done really well is that we were able to build such a great team from product, engineering, sales, after sales, accounts, admin, marketing, and these guys are honestly rock stars.
যারা ই-কমার্স ব্যবসায়ী আছেন যেহেতু তারা বুস্ট করে প্রমোশন করে তারা এই জায়গাটায় হয়তো সিগনিফিকেন্ট একটা কি বলবো ডাউনফল ফেস করতে পারে সো ওই জায়গাটায় আমাদের বিজনেসটাও হয়তো বা এফেক্টেড হবে সো আমাদেরকে ওইভাবে রেডি থাকতে হবে যে কাস্টমার যাই বলুক হয়তো তার বিজনেসটা একটু খারাপ সো ওইভাবে আমাদেরকে যেন আমরা যেন ভেঙে না পড়ি আমরা যেন অলওয়েজ একটা পজিটিভ অ্যাগ্রেশন নিয়ে আগায় যাই এইটাই
This is crazy. Look at this number. 5,270 monthly active users, and it has been up by 21.54% since last month. Very validating that people are finding value in our work. It took us basically 18 months to get to this stage. We've been at it for 7 years, and it's finally happening. So yeah, on to the next 10,000 users.
First time with baby mango.
Building a business in emerging market is extremely hard, for factors that are beyond your control. Most important thing is the lack of risk capital. Without risk capital, you can't run a lot of experiments to find repeatable patterns of business. And that's why your business possibilities are always limited, right? Because you don't know. You haven't run enough experiments. For any institutional investor, they find it more profitable and they get returns much faster investing in markets like North America, Europe, and Australia. But also, these are emerging markets today that will become developed nations tomorrow, right? Is it hard? Yes. But it's also very important if you can play the long game.
Maybe we can write you a $150K check and maybe we can start this process. Or is it just like, hey, no, I don't need that. Let's just wait till you're comfortable doing a $2 million round.